Okay. All right, guys. What is going on? My name is Joe, a.k.a. Cap.
I'm Dom, not Mysterio.
Got bashed.
And I'm Francis.
And this is The Push Royal Rumble Prediction Edition.
That almost rhymed.
Boys, we are officially on the road. On the road to WrestleMania.
Also, I can
Do we
confirm
walk-
we are live on TikTok. It is working.
We are live on TikTok. That's awesome.
Oh, awesome.
So not only on
Awesome.
Twitch, we are also live on TikTok, which you guys
Double
should be
kill.
following us on, by the way, at The Push Wrestling.
Nice plug.
Oh, God.
For like the half of you that didn't delete the app off your phone when it got banned for like 3 hours.
Listen,
We
that
both
was a
got
very
that,
hard few hours.
Those were rough, man. Those were rough. But anyway, yes. Hello, TikTok. Hello, Twitch. We are back, and we are going to be talking about the Royal Rumble. Got a couple of other topics from both Scott Bash and Francis.
God help us all.
We're on our way, baby. It's WrestleMania season, and it starts tomorrow, guys.
Woo! My favorite time of year.
It's like our
Huzzah.
second Christmas. I swear to
It
God.
really is.
It's
I want to say, I want to captate this right now. The best pay-per-view in WWE history.
I can see that.
Talking about
Yeah.
Mania or the Rumble?
The Rumble.
Rumble. Fuck Mania. Rumble. It's the Rumble.
I can
Always been
respect
the
that.
Rumble.
I will
Yeah.
say it's like honest to God, one of my favorite pay-per-views of the year.
Yeah. Like
We
I
get
don't
nightmares. We get dreams of that beat going off every fucking night.
Dreams,
I don't-
nightmares,
yeah.
bit of both.
I don't care much for my birthday, but this is a pretty sweet birthday present. I'm not gonna lie.
Same.
True. But anyway,
Oh, right.
before
the
any
Rumble's
of that
on
stuff,
your fucking birthday, isn't it?
Yeah.
Happy
oh my
fucking
God,
birthday.
yeah, that's true. By the way,
Thanks.
Francis's birthday coming up. Happy birthday, Francis! Early.
Yeah, one step closer to dying. Woo!
Oh my
Thanks, fellas.
Way to be
I love
fucking
it.
morbid. Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry.
What is wrong with
Uh,
you?
You got a
That's
few
lot wrong
hours?
with him. We already knew that.
I
don't know.
approve.
No.
Not on this podcast. We're not that type of podcast.
We're not ready for my trauma dumping.
We're not ready for the Francis Harrison trauma dumping yet. What we are ready for though is to hear some Scott takes. Scott, I believe you are going to get us started here with some topics.
Some Scott topics.
Of our show.
And for those of you on TikTok who are first time seeing this, Scott Take is basically me
Bitching.
stumbling onto other wrestling podcasts and debating and then other stuff on how stupid it is. Because I'm going to take away stupidity one place at a time. And since I'm in a wrestling podcast, that's where it is.
He's kind of like that time Edge was just doing this thing where he was going after everything stupid, which just meant spearing Jack Swagger a lot.
And yelling
Okay.
spear.
So for everybody knowing it, I'm going to say it looks like Cody Rhodes might secretly be turning heel.
Secretly?
It's getting really crazy. I'm loving it.
Depending on
But
who you ask, he
apparent-
already is heel.
Apparently, Wrestling Republic podcast says that Cody Rhodes has always been a heel from the very beginning of his return since AEW.
Okay, I kind of see what they're coming, but like from the very beginning, no, that is not wrong.
I don't know.
Like, because like KO's whole thing against him is like Roman made your life hell for a year, and now you're buddy with him. WTF, mofo. But like that's only going back to the Roman feud, which started like back in what 2023, and Cody came back in 2022. Fuck, I know time. Space is warped and time is bendable. But the point stands that when Cody came back from AEW, he was full on super mega baby face. I don't see how any of that can be. Yeah.
I could see like maybe they were trying to get him to be perceived as a heel, but he was so over from the day he came back. You can't even.
Yeah,
you can't deny that. Like he got huge pops forever. Like
he was.
Yeah, no, I'm not understanding this take really. Maybe if, I wish I had a bit more context when talking about this, but the reality is,
I could give you more context.
Yeah,
I was saving it when
give me some more context.
I was saving it for when you guys gave your first go around. Majority of his trash against Cody Rhodes was his wardrobe, the way he holds himself, the way he speaks. It was all very, very personal comments towards Cody Rhodes. It was very rarely was it anything to do with wrestling.
So what you're saying is, in the words of Kendrick Lamar,
the problem isn't anything to do with what Cody's been doing with wrestling. This guy just doesn't like Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, I was about to say, like Kendrick Lamar, he hates the way that he walks, the way that he talks, he hates the way that he dresses.
This guy is just competing with Drew McIntyre for Hater of the Year. Like,
yeah, apparently.
Yeah.
He's completely stupid.
Yeah.
And his friends and so his partner is just sitting there. He's like, yeah. And I'm like, come on, like, this is ridiculous. He, as of now, maybe he's turning heel. We don't know. He could possibly
and even
straighten up his head and go back to being a face. But
I was gonna say, and even
is
still,
he really turning heel though?
I was gonna say, I don't think he's turning heel. I think it's more like he's just kind of becoming a tweener in a way.
No.
I honest to God think he's just like fed up with KO.
That too.
He's fed up with KO being right.
Because that's the thing. He's not like a cookie cutter baby face. Like he's not. They're like, oh boy.
Gosh and golly gee!
They're coming after my title belt. I better defend it. No.
Yeah, but that's also
he's
like
not Cena.
We don't want baby faces like that. I personally I like this like sort of tweener Cody Rhodes
Exactly.
thing.
Yeah.
Of like you can this is what I love specifically about their story is because technically neither one of them are wrong here. Like neither one of them are really wrong here. Cody, with everything Cody's been saying, he's not wrong to any degree with what he's saying. But you know, you look at KO and you hear what he's got to say, and you know what? He's
Motherfucker has a point.
To have completely lost his mind
Again.
I feel like he's constantly in that state of losing his shit.
Which is good because he's good at doing that.
Yeah, but this time he's like got a legitimate reason to be the thing.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that becoming wrestling back then, it was very more trying to find the word. It was
Wild
more
West?
approachable. It was more approachable area to be like over the top heel, over the top face.
Oh yeah,
like
that's
why we loved. That's why we loved our wrestlers because they took it to another level.
Still got over the top heels. Don't worry. Don't even.
And as
like, you literally have a fucking anime villain in Shinsuke Nakamura, so it's like
and it just gets to a point where, you got to understand like faces isn't, and it's not anymore of how you hold yourself anymore. It's not how you walk. Like people, you can walk like you're a heel and everything, but you can be a face when the time comes for your promotion or when you're up in the ring. And just I don't know, trying to make personal attacks on him and trying to make it seem like you have some point here. It just doesn't do better. It was stupid.
I'd be curious to know how he felt about last year's about his finishing the story. To be honest with you, I'd be curious to know where he stood on that. Because in my mind, and I think in all of our minds here, the story had to end at WrestleMania 40, quote unquote end.
Mm-hmm.
I think
it better have it.
I think we were all
Yeah.
like pretty like steadfast in that thought process. But I would be interested to know where he stood on that. If he was one of the people that believed no, Roman should have held the belt longer. Because if he did hold the belt longer,
I
where
don't know
would it
that
even
logic.
go?
Yeah.
No.
Like, so
No.
it'd be interesting. I definitely disagree. Highly disagree with
Yeah.
what he's saying. I don't think Cody Rhodes has been a heel since he got back. I don't think he is a heel. I don't even think he's turning.
Yeah. Same.
No.
With you.
Same, honestly. I love no matter what form of Cody we get, but I'm not gonna lie, I am kind of missing the Homelander Cody that we got in New Japan back in 2018.
See, I feel
You'll
like
get that.
we'll
I
get
think
something
you'll get
like
eventually.
that
Yeah.
when he eventually drops the belt.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Actually, who do you guys think would be a good contender for him to drop the belt to?
Too early to tell right now.
Yeah.
Let's wait until after the
It's
Rumble.
just too early.
Yeah, because like it really depends. Because I feel like, without getting too deep into Rumble predictions, I would say
Which we'll get to
whoever wins the Rumble, I have a feeling is going to go after the heavyweight championship and not the WWE championship. And they're going to save whoever is going to go for the WWE championship for Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
So whoever wins Elimination Chamber will challenge Cody.
Yeah, I actually think what. It's a good point, and I actually have a question for you guys. Do we feel right now like it's interesting because I always feel like when we're at this like first few steps into the road to WrestleMania, we don't have the full picture, obviously, of what the pay-per-view is going to look like, but we have certain ideas as to where it might go. This is the first time this year, to be completely honest with you guys, I got no idea where anything's going right now.
That's good.
I have no clue where anything is going right
What's wrong?
now. I don't know who's fighting who. I don't know who's defending against who. And I think it's interesting because it's the first time in a while I can say like I've got nothing right now.
That's good.
Yeah. Keeps a little bit of the mystery. All right, Scott,
Yeah.
what's so funny?
No, it's nothing. It was just something unrelated to wrestling.
Oh.
He said, "This is," and then a song. This is a story of a girl. Came up in my head automatically. I have no clue why that popped up, and once he said "this is," it just flooded my head. I was like,
I don't understand where you're. I don't dare to understand how your brain works, Scott.
It's a catchy song.
I don't know. All right, yeah.
All right. Anyway, you got any other takes for us? I believe you had another one, Scott, or is that it?
Francis? How many do you have?
I know you said something about Triple H.
Yeah, I got my one, and then that's it.
Oh,
Actually,
you got one? All right.
Hold on, we do have something about Triple H. I can't believe I didn't think about this.
Forgot to mention that.
We know one thing about WrestleMania season, and that is the first entrance into the WWE Hall of Fame for 2025. It was announced this past week by Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker to the man himself. Triple H is the first inductee into the Hall of Fame this year.
It's been a long time coming, and he's a double inductee too.
Already. So
Yeah.
he'll be a triple inductee, yeah?
He will be. He will be.
Because
But,
he's in once for
yeah.
Evolution, once for Generation X.
Evolution got inducted?
Did they not? Am I making that
I don't
up?
think they
I
did.
don't believe they have.
Oh.
No.
Oh, they will
Evolution, they will, but after Triple H is solo, then he'll
Yeah.
be a triple inductee.
Anyway, yeah, guys, Triple H is in the Hall of Fame.
It's really good.
be. I'm honestly
Fall-
shocked that Evolution doesn't put in yet.
Probably because Randy's still going, and he's like, I won't be a Hall of Famer until I'm retired.
Maybe. I was going to say, because Ray is a fucking Hall of Famer, and he's still wrestling.
Eh.
Yeah, Ray's gonna be. In the words of Deadpool, Ray's gonna be doing this till he's
Until
90.
he's 90.
We made
Anyway,
that.
yeah,
Oh.
Triple H and Paul, guys, thoughts?
Well earned.
Very well deserved.
Yeah, fucking doy. He
This
better.
man has done it, and this man has done it on every single level, and winds up being the sole creator of everything that we're seeing now when it comes to Raw and SmackDown and NXT.
And I did see something earlier today from the kickoff show for the Rumble. He was out and he was on the stage and talking about stuff. And someone in the crowd yelled out, "One more match."
Oh,
No.
and he goes, "Listen," he's like, "I was thinking about it. I was thinking about doing a triple threat at Mania with me, Sean, and Taker. We'll do a wheelchair on a pole match." And then people started chanting "one more match" and this and that. And he goes, "Listen, I'm all for giving you guys what you want, but trust me, you don't want that."
His heart will explode.
Not even that. Like he
Whoa.
knows his last fucking attempt at a match was a train wreck.
yeah. Yeah, he does. He absolutely does. But you know what? I at least
And
appreciate that he's
you
like
sure
a-
as shit ain't convincing Michaels again after that
No.
that fucking nightmare.
Oh no. And to be honest with you, neither should Undertaker. None of these men should be
Yeah.
near a WWE ring.
No.
None
Tucker-
of these men
Taker-
should be near a wrestling
Taker
ring. And
should show up
Yeah.
to do like a choke slam,
Yeah.
a tombstone, a last ride. That's it. He
Yeah.
does a spot and he
That's
goes
pretty
home.
No,
No
more old
matches.
school.
No more matches, just spots.
Yeah.
No.
Maybe an old school here or there.
making keep making keep giving us this renaissance era of professional wrestling, keep actually making NXT incredibly interesting again,
Keep
and,
crossing over with
and,
TNA.
I don't know, keep traveling the country and telling people stories, which I'm gonna be honest with you, I would 100% go buy tickets to that
Oh, the
I
one dead
hope-
man show.
Dead Man Tales thing.
Yeah.
1,000% buy tickets.
I hope at the induction ceremony, Triple H has an over-the-top entrance like he used to for WrestleMania. Like he shows up on a lion wielding two great swords flanked by bolts of lightning and love goddesses. That would be pretty metal.
So here's
All right.
an actual question.
Okay.
Who do we think is going to induct Triple H?
Shawn Michaels.
Gotta be Sean.
Stephanie.
Stephanie's good.
Why would it
It's-
be anybody else?
Sean's his boy.
Okay, and he boinks Stephanie.
I'm gonna be honest with you, it could be a tie-up between the two of them, to be honest with
They'll
you.
both do it.
Yeah.
It's like, who would you rather have induct you, your wife or your best friend?
Well, who inducted DX?
Who inducted who?
Who
Who inducted
DX?
D Generation X? I
Vince?
honestly don't remember.
Was it Vince?
I don't remember.
I don't think it was Vince. But
Someone look this up, please. Who
I got it.
inducted
I
D
got it.
Generation?
it's a million percent it's not going to be Vince inducting him. But
Did they
Oh.
induct themselves? No, that's
No.
dumb.
no, that's stupid. No.
I really hope it's now that Cap said it's definitely not. I really hope it is now.
It was superstar Billy Graham.
No, you freaking edgelord. Oh.
It was marvelous Mark Marrow.
My God.
Oh,
I don't even know
Hey,
who
what?
that is.
according
Who
to
is
Wikipedia, it just says inducted by none.
By
They
nobody.
just, they just
They
I
just
love
showed
Wanda.
up and inducted themselves, I guess.
Okay, cool. That's a
So it was Vince. I got it.
No,
I told
that
you.
was the most DX thing they could have done.
Yeah.
It's like you want to
No, like-
induct, we'll
yeah.
induct ourselves.
Suck
Oh,
it.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like all the groups of that year were inducted. It says inducted by none.
Oh,
So I guess the groups
It's a-
were like an induction thing.
That either tells me genuinely nobody inducted him or Vince inducted them. And
nah,
just-
they inducted themselves.
Yeah, because looking at the rest of that class from that year, which it was 2019, by the way.
Yeah.
The Honky Tonk
Wait,
Man
was that
was
the-
inducted by Jimmy Hart. Tori Wilson was inducted by Stacy Keibler.
Hot.
Brutus the shut the fuck up. Brutus the Barber Beefcake was inducted by Grandpa Terry. then there's the
I love
Warrior Award and then
silent.
Legacy stuff.
In between.
Okay, so
Anyway,
I got the next topic.
yeah. Anyway, we're getting so far off track here. Scott, you did have something you wanted to say about Triple H.
Yes,
All right.
sorry.
No, I didn't have anything Triple H.
I thought you did.
I got the next topic.
It was an idea of
all right,
his.
no.
Oh,
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna save the really good one for after Francis. I'm gonna do the one that I have now. So
You sure? Mine is really short.
This is really short, and we're probably going to go right into the Rumble after
Yeah,
Francis.
that's fine because we're going to talk
Alright.
about the Rumble for a while.
I'll put this. It's a little news. We don't have to talk about it. I'll give you news. Alexa Bliss was a planned return for I'm pretty sure it was Netflix
No, it was the week after
debut
the
of
debut.
Netflix.
I'm pretty sure it was the week after the debut, but okay.
She's having contract issues because she wants a new contract, and TKO wants to go and continue the contract she has because she still has hours time on her contract, and so it's been pulled back. So we don't know when she's going to return. It could be, I don't know, could be Rumble.
At the Rumble?
You never know.
I'd be down.
It could be.
It's the perfect time.
I honestly thought they were just going to save it for the Rumble at this point.
No, apparently I know what article Scott's talking about. Apparently she was supposed to debut. I believe it was either the debut of Netflix or the week after the Netflix debut, to possibly coincide with something with the Wyatt Six. But because of some contract issues, because like Scott said that she wanted to negotiate a new contract. TKO and WWE wanted her to continue the contract that she had before she went on maternity leave. Because that contract went on pause, obviously. Now, for all we know, that could have just been like a little swerve, or it could have been like an actual negotiation issue, but if it's figured out by the Rumble, I don't see any reason why she can't re-debut at the Rumble. The only issue with that is like she had a bunch of stuff from of WWE posted on her Instagram, and the day after she was meant to debut, she took it all down.
See, here's my thought process.
But that could also but that could also just be her kind of taking inspiration from Bray and working. Because Bray was notorious for that. He would always rework his social medias to work with what he was doing in the ring.
Yeah. I don't know. See, at this point, I feel like they've probably gotten that stuff figured out at this point.
I'm sure.
Okay,
but
so
yeah, I kind of feel like, I kind of feel like she's probably, if she's ready to come back, she's 100% going to be there tomorrow.
Yeah, it's the perfect time.
I mean, physically, I think she's ready because I've seen footage of her working in the ring, in like a training ring at the Performance Center and stuff. So, and she's talked about wanting to come back. So, I can't imagine why she would wait any longer other than the contract issue.
As far as I'm concerned, that would be the only reason at this point, which I'm pretty sure by now it's worked out.
It has to be.
Or at least I hope. You know what? This may also just be wishful thinking, but
Also true.
I would love it if she did, but
Yeah.
Please. Francis, what do you got?
All right. Let's check in with our favorite residential weeaboo, Francis Harrison. What's going on?
And then that was the one I wanted to do. That was a quick one, but I have to Francis go. Yeah. No, it's fine. Francis can go.
Well, it's not a weeb news thing, but we do have we're on the subject of returns. We do have one not in WWE, but in TNA. Mustafa Ali is back in TNA.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
He is continuing his man of the people, Derek B. Evil business boy shtick that is currently worked with his heel character. And he recently picked up a win over the Laredo Kid. which means hopefully now with the working relationship between WWE and TNA, we can see him doing crossovers, maybe back in NXT, or maybe even he could be a surprise entrant in the Rumble. That'd be fun. Or
That
he
would
could
be
even
really
be
cool,
kind of
no
feud
lie,
with Joe
because-
Hendry.
That would be really cool, no lie, because I've taken a look at this character that Mustafa that's been doing, and I'm gonna level with you. I really like this. I
Yeah.
like this character a lot. I like this spin on a sort of a evil politician thing.
Yeah,
I
he
ca- I
could
like-
be. The,
I like it. It's a
yeah.
So I would actually I was actually incredibly pissed that we couldn't get this in WWE. So I'm glad to see he's
Yeah.
going through with
You
it.
were
I'm
pissed
glad
that he
to see
did-
he's got something that's actually working for him.
You were pissed that instead of doing this, he was doing fucking Retribution.
Yeah.
Oh, Retribution
Yeah.
was such a fucking piece of shit.
Fucking. I remember the day they showed up, and I called Cap, and I told him all about Retribution. He's like, "You're fucking lying, dude." I'm
I
like,
thought he was lying to me. I couldn't watch that episode for some reason. And when Francis explained it to me over the phone, I was like, "You're lying. You're fucking lying.
dude, his name is Slapjack.
You were absolutely lying to me that that's what this is."
His
And
name
then I
is.
had the misfortune of looking it up afterwards.
And
And I
there
was
he
like, oh my
was.
god, he's telling the truth.
It's very.
Yeah, what was it? What was it? It was Slapjack,
Slap-
Mace, Crowbar.
It was Mace, Slapjack.
Crowbar.
Mia Yim was Reckoning.
Reckoning.
Another girl was
T-Bar.
Retaliation.
Friggin' T-Bar for
T-Bar.
Dynamite.
T-Bar.
that-
Not Crowbar.
Crowbar's in
And,
WCW.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I
What
can't.
the hell? It was a fever dream.
And
man.
none of them fucking recovered from that.
No.
None of them.
No,
The
Dijak-
only one,
tried.
only one that you could say maybe tried, well, had some kind of a comeback was Mia Yim because at least she's still fucking wrestling in WWE.
But yeah, true. Mia's
Yeah.
back.
But that's
so
about
she-
it. That she's the
Yeah.
only
she's
one.
kind of, sort of recovered.
Fucking slapped. That's the
Or the
best
rest
one
of
of
them,
them.
no, it killed them immediately.
Those fucking masks. What were those masks,
They were
What was
Mad
any of
Max rejects.
bro? They were like Mad
What was
Max.
any of
Like
it?
it was like Casey Jones trying to be in Mad Max. What the fuck?
This had. I'm 100% believe that this was not what. You can't tell me the guy who's giving us what is it? The United States of Mustafa or something, or in Ali We Trust or something like that.
I think that, yeah.
You can't tell me the same guy who came up with that came up with this nonsense.
No.
Like 100, you can't tell me
I
any
can't.
of them
You,
actually.
you know
looked at
Retribution was
anything
not
that was
Mustafa's
and said,
idea.
"This is
That was
fantastic."
100% a fucking Vince idea.
This was.
He
a Vince
thought it was
McMahon
being
thing
edgy and
surrounded
cool.
by
Yeah. And the kids are gonna love
yes
this shit.
men.
Yeah.
I
I
don't
play.
even- not even yes men, blind and deaf yes men.
He tried to make he tried to make Mustafa Ali
Babies.
be like this
He was surrounded by
evil
babies.
leader,
Yeah, and
and
it
he's
didn't work.
just it's just not him.
No.
It was like it's like something that like I think we would have.
They
come
were
up with-
villains in like a 90s beat 'em up.
Yeah. Basically. They straight up looked like Ninja Turtles villains.
It looked like if you created a superstar, but like you did it blindfolded.
No, you just hit the random button like 4 or 5 times.
He's
Oh,
a slapjack. What the fuck else is there to say?
no, I know. I'm just mocking it at this point. Like
Yeah.
it genuinely looked like create a superstar, but like you just hit random 10
Yeah.
times and boom,
It
there you
looks
go.
like create a superstar, except when you did it, you watched all the Mad Max movies on Quaaludes. That's what that was.
It's like create a superstar, but like you did it backwards. Like you had like a really good character design, and then
No,
you just went.
you know
back.
what it was? That's like one of those like when you do create a superstar and you're like, how can I make this as stupid as possible?
It was like you were trying to do creative superstar, but you gave the controller to a monkey fucking the controller.
All right, we're gonna stop this because I already can tell this is not gonna end.
we're gonna,
So I'm
we're
gonna move on.
start-
Yes, for
I'm
the
gonna
sake
move
of
on to this.
not going on and out for 3 hours.
Yeah, I'm gonna move on to this really hot topic because as much as I say the podcast's name when they say something stupid, I'm gonna give this podcast props because I really thought this was genius. This podcast is called Exiled Club, and
Scott
as we
showing
all
props.
know, Judgment Day looks like it's crumbling. Liv is stringing Dom along now.
Day's been
They're losing. They're losing terribly. They have suggested a great storyline, and I think this storyline is probably one of the best ideas Triple H will get if done correctly.
Mm.
Dom gets split off from Judgment Day. He can't go back to his father. His father doesn't accept him.
Okay.
He doesn't go. They didn't mention that part. I'll mention that part. The father doesn't accept him back
Yeah.
because of what he's done. They didn't mention that. I'll mention that. But this was the idea they said. He gets a manager. And they say they only get a certain manager, and that manager is none other than Vicky Guerrero.
Oh my god.
Okay, I think that.
Do you understand the not only would we welcome her with open arms, do you understand we didn't think Dom could get any worse.
Oh yeah.
This is a level I think we would never see. I think this is a
Bro.
level we would never see in
Okay.
a heel.
All
So-
it would take is Vicky Guerrero walking out of that curtain. Excuse me. Like,
Yeah.
oh,
Your
God.
microphone.
That's exactly what he said. That's exactly what he said. You don't even see her. All you hear is "excuse me," and she starts walking out.
Oh my god! The second she does that, everyone's
And
gonna.
all of our hearts just collectively drop into our asses.
No, this is a great idea, but like,
Like it's a great
Right.
idea, but it would work so well because it's like Dom already has nuclear level heat. Because I guarantee you, if what like Scott says happens, right? Like he gets, Liv dumps him basically, they kick him
Yeah.
out of Judgment Day, so he's like he's done, right?
Yeah.
He goes to his dad, and his dad's like, no, fuck you, you need to atone for what you did, or blah blah blah, whatever. Get away from me. He shoves him away. Rhea pushes him away. Like, so he's out on his own. He's gonna garner sympathy. Like, he's gonna become a sympathetic babyface. Partnering him with Vicky Guerrero
we'll do the exact
will
opposite.
do exactly the opposite.
I'm gonna be honest with you at
even
this point.
fucking more. Like,
I mean, I think we mentioned it during.
I'm sorry, but Logan Paul did get booed way more this past week on Raw.
Yeah, I wonder
Yeah.
why.
Oh
Just
my
saying.
god, dude!
But anyway, look, let me just put it like this. I think we said it
Disrespecting
during
Cap's favorite
our
wrestler.
New Year's Eve episode. I think we said this during our New Year's Eve episode. I don't see a world where Dom can ever be a babyface again. To be honest with you,
It would have to be a situation like that where it's like he
this
gets
is the
kicked
first
out of
match.
Judgment Day. He has nobody, and he because look at fucking Baron Corbin. Nobody ever thought Baron Corbin would be a babyface, right? But when they did that
He was a
stupid,
babyface for all of 10 seconds.
But then,
But
then the bank stole his house or something.
but that's what I'm saying. It's like they had bum ass Baron Corbin, and like you have fucking Pat McAfee ripping him to shreds every week on commentary, and he lost his house and his wife, in game, and this and that. So it's like, motherfucker, stop falling.
Like,
But it's like he lost all his stuff, and but he started getting sympathy. People started feeling bad for him.
Yeah,
And then
I remember
but
people
then
starting to like him.
because Vince even talked about it. He goes, he started gaining sympathy, and we couldn't have that. We needed him to be a heel. So they're like, what do we do? We make him obnoxious, have him win the fucking jackpot. Now he's back to being a pain in the ass and a fucking piece of shit person. And they paired him with what's his face, the fucking why can't I think of his name?
Riddick Moss.
Yeah, Riddick Moss, and they called him something else.
Which if
Happy
people
Corbin.
No.
Which if
Fucking, what they
people
called
didn't-
Riddick Moss, I couldn't remember what they called him.
and
Yeah,
if
they called
and
him
if people
Happy
didn't know, Baron Corbin actually had a collection of those hats when he asked them
He
if
did.
you liked wearing those. Just the little for people who
I
didn't
believe it.
see that interview. That was funny. That was perfect. It was meant to be.
But
That was the dumbest.
But anyway, yeah, no, I'm gonna be honest with you. It would take a lot to make him Dominic a babyface
Oh, yeah.
again.
It would
This
be
is the first
difficult, but
guy
it's
to
not
ever
impossible.
go from being a heel to a super heel.
To a-
No, it would have to be something along the lines of like he would have to be, like I said, like kicked out of everything.
Apologize to his dad.
Apologize to his dad, this and that, and then like Ray would
Okay,
have
but,
to
like-
be like getting jumped by somebody, and then
Okay,
Dom comes out
So-
to save him. That that'll get cheers.
okay, then let me rephrase the take here. I don't think Dominic should ever go back to being a babyface.
No, I don't think so.
Maybe.
He as much
One day.
you know, as much as I'm sure we'd all love to see him, reconcile with his dad or whatever. I'm gonna be honest with you. The guy had no personality as a babyface.
Well,
He's
he
got
was still
no
new, he was
personality.
still new in the business. You know, you never know what he learned. In
As a
time.
heel, and look at it this way. Look at it this way. Have you guys ever? Have there ever really been a moment where his father was a heel
Oh,
in
no.
WWE?
No,
Okay,
Ray was
yeah,
never
no.
a heel.
In WWE, because I know Francis was about to call out his WCW time days or whatever. I'm talking
I
about
was.
WWE.
No, in WWE he was only ever a face.
He can only ever be
So-
a face.
Then in this case, Dominic should never be a face. Then it's the complete. This is how he separates himself from his father.
Yeah, no,
The
Dominic
anti-Ray.
is. I was gonna
He's
say
already
he.
done it. He's already separated himself from
Yeah.
his father.
I was gonna say Dom is like the pure antithesis of his father.
And that's how it should be.
Yeah.
That's absolutely how it should be. So how do you take a guy who's already a mega heel because he's kayfabe been with women that
I'm the two hottest
know,
women on the roster.
most of us would
Yeah.
would only dream about?
Simp.
How do we take that? And not to mention, not only has he been with the two hottest women in the industry, he screwed up with both of them
Yeah.
at this point. Which kind of
Guys.
makes you only hate him even more.
I mean, you never know. If anyone's gonna
How do
figure
you
it
do
out,
that?
it's Triple
You
H.
take the most
Yeah.
annoying voice that has ever existed.
And then you
and
have
you
it be
make that
revealed.
your manager. I think that's an absolutely brilliant idea.
And then
And then
have
to make
and,
it-
and then have him bang Eddie's daughter, kayfabe.
I was gonna say have it be that he's doing Vicky too to make it weird and gross.
Oh no!
Oh,
You
Yeah.
ruined
Oh.
everything.
You know
Oh.
the
Yeah,
character of
nasty.
No,
Rey
no,
Mysterio
no,
would do
no,
it.
no.
no.
Vince would book that shit.
Vince would book that shit.
Triple H would not.
is never going to book that.
God, I hope not.
He will not be able to
He
keep
won't.
himself from throwing up.
No, you know what Triple H would book though? Triple H would book Buddy Murphy coming back from AEW to kick the fuck out of Dominic Mysterio.
Yeah,
I'd be down
please.
for
He
that.
would 100% do that.
Or
AEW,
or
you can't hold him forever.
Or-
He wants to leave. Okay.
or the very
I don't
real
know, he was his
possibility,
wife,
the
for
very
love
real
of God.
possibility,
Yeah.
Aleister Black coming back.
I think that's
Yeah.
more of a possibility.
Well, no, that is
That has
very much a
nothing to do with the
possibility because I
Dominic
don't think
Mysterio.
he re-signed with AEW.
I have heard
He's killing his
rumors
contract.
of that.
Yeah.
And as far as Buddy goes, Tony, for the love of God, just let him go. Let him
You
go
know
be
he's
back
not going
with his
to.
wife, for the love of God.
Yeah,
Tony
he won't
Khan is
let Kenny. He won't let Kenny stay in Japan. What do you think he's gonna let Buddy come back?
he doesn't give a fuck about Buddy.
Yeah,
What does Buddy
He's-
do?
it-
He hasn't fucking when was the
AEW.
last time he's been on TV?
The ship is sinking, AEW. Just let it go. Release them.
All right, I'm not saying die, but like
No, let it die.
I'm
Let
saying
it die. After some of the botches I've seen these past couple weeks on fucking AEW, there's no coming back.
or give it.
I
to a
literally
different
watched. I
guy.
didn't even see who it was. I just saw it was a luchador. Literally run, hit the ropes with his like back, tried to do like the flip over and land on Okada. He was supposed to like land with his feet on Okada's shoulders and then hit him with like a Hurricane Rana. Bro hit the ropes, didn't flip all the way, went back and had to jump again. I'm like, bro. And made Okada
Bruh.
look no, but dude, you made Okada look so stupid. because he just
You
sat there.
don't do that.
Like he just sat there waiting for it. Like, dude,
No, I understand. And to listen, I'm not saying that the product has been good.
Just
Listen,
let it
my
die.
big fear is that they go out of business. There's officially no other competition anymore because
And
they
then
basically
WWE gets stale.
bought TNA at this point.
Yeah.
Like they more or less have turned TNA into what NXT was supposed to be.
Mhm.
It's basically just another level of
it's
developmental at
yeah,
this
I was
point.
gonna say I feel like it's a step above like OVW.
Yeah.
It's like
Is OVW?
there
No,
will not be
OVW is a
more
thing not
competition,
anymore.
and then that means that WWE can just coast again.
No, I agree. But
And I
they
don't
gotta
want
figure
them
some
to-
shit out. Like sell the company, something, anything.
Yeah.
Just get Tony out.
See if Billy
Like, that's
Corgan's doing
that's the
anything.
main
Not gonna happen.
No,
That's the main thing.
Billy
Get
Corgan,
the
what is wrong with you?
fucking fried. Shut up.
The Titanic has already hit the iceberg, gentlemen. Jack is already scrambling to get Jill up the corner.
Jill.
Her name was
Rose. You fucking idiot.
Her name was Rose. Her name was Rose. You
Jesus
dumbass.
Christ. You're so wrapped up in your own hatred for this company. You're not even getting your references right, Scott.
What?
Jesus.
I know what I said, alright? I know what I said.
Yeah, we all
I
know
said
what
meant to say
was
Jill.
wrong.
You did not mean to say Jill. Shut the
Wrong
fuck
what you
up.
said.
I meant to say Jill. I couldn't even remember the fucking name. So Jill's the next one to come up in my head.
All right, you know what? We're stopping the podcast. Scott, go watch
All right.
Titanic and then come back.
Don't
I'm not
watch
watching that.
Titanic.
That's way too long. I've already watched it.
Yeah,
still got
Scott
it
never
coming.
makes it past the paint me like one of your French girls scene.
I don't want to know.
It's usually where he wraps it up.
He wraps something up. Whoa, was that tits in a PG-13 movie? No way! Did they do that?
You know, I forgot that. Wait, is it really rated PG-13?
Yes!
No way.
Dude, it so is. They used the one fuck in the movie.
You know what makes this even funnier?
Yeah.
This is our first episode all together for 2025, and this is how we're starting.
Oh, it can only get better.
Oh God, please, TikTok, Twitch, follow us,
Everyone.
push, everybody. We will not stop.
Instagram, YouTube.
We will not stop.
We
until
do have a YouTube.
podcast on the internet.
What the fuck are we Thanos? We're gonna take over all the podcasts, and that's how we're gonna. Oh God, I can't do the Thanos voice anymore.
You never
Oh,
could.
God.
I
All right.
did it once.
All right.
Son
I
of a
forgot
bitch,
what
it's
we
rated
were
PG-13.
Yeah.
We were talking about Vic Guerrero as manager.
How the fuck?
Yes.
They had
Yes,
titties
we
and
were.
a sex scene in there. How the fuck are they going to rate that PG-13?
They didn't show
Listen,
ass.
man. A different time. Different
Yes,
time.
they did.
It's a different time.
I don't fucking know.
All right. Are we ready to talk about the Rumble?
Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah, let's do this.
Yep, I'm ready.
All right, boys. We did this last year. Our first pay-per-view as a podcast was the Royal Rumble. We are back here once again.
We out here.
It's WrestleMania season. Let's get on it. Let's talk about this card. Kind of a short card,
So
to be
far.
honest with you.
Yeah.
They're
For all
always-
we know, they could be adding more matches tonight.
They might be adding more matches tonight. We are streaming on
SmackDown literally
Friday.
just started.
Yeah, it's actually
15
just
minutes
happening
ago,
right
yeah.
now as we're talking.
Yeah.
Any
More matches added, we will post them live tomorrow
Yeah,
on
we'll
TikTok.
do like
We'll all be
that.
together watching.
Yeah.
Even though, we won't be live, but we'll be all together. So it'll be a group experience, our first group experience.
Keep an eye on
Yeah.
the socials.
TikToks will be made, folks.
Yeah.
TikToks will be
Keep
made.
an eye on TikTok and Insta.
And Insta,
Great.
yeah.
But yeah.
So
let's,
anyway.
I say start with the two non-Rumble matches.
Yeah, let's talk about
Yeah.
the two on Rumble matches. Let's talk about
Let's
this
be
first
honest.
match.
Nobody cares about those matches. As much.
Care about
You
both
can
of
have
them.
much.
One of,
As
well,
much.
hold on, because one of them we definitely care about.
No. Let me rephrase. No one cares as much as the
About
Rumble.
the. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's talk about the first one. To be honest with you, I know what we just said. I actually like this match. It is the WWE Tag Team Championship match. The Motor City Machine Guns versus the champions DIY, Gargano and Ciampa, in a 2
Got it.
out of 3 falls match.
Mm-hmm.
It is. I feel like I say this all the time when we're talking specifically about tag team wrestling. It is absolutely criminal how little people care about this match in my eyes. Because in my eyes, this match is awesome.
No, honestly, this match is going to be great. I only said, like,
Yeah.
no one cares about the matches because everyone tunes in for the Rumbles specifically.
I know.
Yeah.
I know, but like in an overall scheme, I just
overall
like,
scheme,
it's
this match
criminal
is
how
phenomenal. This is
little
like,
fan this match is getting.
I feel like this
No,
could very much
There's a
be,
truth to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, but this could very easily be a modern, like, Dudley, Hardy Boys versus, like, Edge and Christian kind of situation. You know, like,
That
these
would
are
be
two
so good.
extremely talented tag teams.
Hmm.
It's just like in my mind, these are the 2 best tag teams you have right now. These are 2 of the best that you have from a wrestling standpoint. These are these 2 are the best.
Yeah.
Now, unfortunately, we have the Motor City Machine Guns. I feel unfortunately have not elevated the tag team division in ways that I was hoping for during their debut.
Mm.
It's
that's-
unfortunate. It's an unfortunate truth that they have not really done that.
That's probably
I don't
because
feel like,
they
you know,
haven't
they've
been
been
focusing
buried.
on the tag teams as much.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really feel like they've been buried or anything like that. I'm not going to sit here and say, you know, Triple H has buried the Guns under any circumstances. But it's a similar problem that, you know, I've repeated on and on, that there is no there's no focus on tag team wrestling in this company.
Yeah.
There's none. There's just no unless it's something to do with the bloodline, or
Judgment Day from Wish.
Even the New Day, after that whole crazy heel turn that they had and everything, you know, they're still getting heat and all that stuff.
I mean, they're still doing
they're just
matches
losing.
with that. You know,
They're losing
that's
to
the point.
Rey Mysterio.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I mean, there's worse people to lose to.
no, I'm not. Okay, all right. Let me rephrase. I'm not saying, like, you know, Rey Mysterio is like a,
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, if I was in the WWE
Right.
and they were like, "Hey, you're gonna lose to Rey Mysterio," I'd be like, "All right,
listen,
great."
I'm
How
not
we
trying
doing
to
it?
disrespect Ray, but, like, you know, let's
Yes, you
call
are.
an apple
Shut
an apple here. The man's almost 60.
And,
Like,
Yeah.
and he out wrestles the fucking 30-year-olds.
Yeah.
oh, some of them.
Yeah.
Some,
Did,
most.
No, yeah, Cap. I'll have to say, Cap. Triple H did kill. I'll say that he did kill them, but it was an unintentional kill because he unintentionally did what Vince did to all the new great tag teams when they would make a return. And I've said it I'm pretty sure I said it when we did this. You gave them a title as soon as they came into the business. I attack AEW for it. I will attack WWE for it.
No,
Development.
no.
I don't care how good they were in the indies or in other brands. Development. Because when you're in WWE, it's different. You need your presence needs to be better. Your performance needs to be better. Your acting needs to be better. Because yes, there is acting still, even though it is real. Both can happen at the same time. But yeah, there needs to be development. And now I just feel like they're going to be that tag team that is just going to constantly try to chase the titles. That it's going to just be scramblers, like the 24/7 championship. It's just scramblers now.
I mean, it's not even that. It's also a matter of, like, you kind of need to let them marinate with the crowd a little bit. I
Yeah.
understand a lot of people, a lot of wrestling fans, you know, understand who the Motor City Machine Guns are. A big amount of the casual audience
I had no idea.
does not know who these guys
that
are.
that was my
Unfortunately.
that was my main issue with them. Is like they came in and like they got a good reaction from the crowd on their debut. Like a lot, like people figured out who they were. But you know, WWE was
Yeah.
smart in the sense of, like showing like that they were coming. Like, oh, you know, next week the Motor City Machine Guns, giving people time to be like, who the fuck is that? And like
Well, that's
Google
what
it
they
and
did.
shit.
Yeah.
No, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So it's like you had that. My main thing is like like I agree with Scott. They got a title way too fast. They won the tag titles immediately, and then they kind of fell off with the crowd. I feel like they weren't getting as big of a reaction after the first couple weeks. So they pulled the belts and gave them to DIY, who gets a pop every time.
It also doesn't help that
Yeah.
tag teams aren't being heavily featured at like a lot of the new pay-per-views.
That is
like,
also true. Like the pay per views.
Yeah, that's also true. When was the last time? Forget about DIY. Forget about the guns for a minute. When was the last time you guys saw the tag team belts defended on a premium live event on a PLE?
I don't know.
When was the last time you guys saw one of those?
yeah.
Yo, wow, I can't really.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean,
Is it Mania?
my memory's not really that good, but
Probably
Yeah,
Mania.
probably.
I really
Mania.
can't honestly.
Because Mania was the first thing that I thought of. I can't think of any others.
Neither can I.
What match in Mania?
The ladder match
ladder
where they de-unified the belts.
And you know what the sad part
Oh,
is? You know what the sad
that
part
don't
is?
count.
Yeah,
That
it
don't
does.
count.
What do you mean?
No,
Yes,
because that's an easy pop of a pay per view match for
the
tag
title
teams.
defense.
Just do something. It's just combining titles. I don't know.
But the title defense, though.
It's still a defense.
Yeah, but it's a group collective. It's not like it was like a 1v1, was it? Was it a
doesn't have to be
1v1?
1v1.
No, it was
Why-
multiple
why
teams.
does that matter? Whether
Why
it's
does it
Yeah,
matter?
multiple- I don't
So you're saying if like the Intercontinental Championship was
Or
up for grabs in a
2v2.
fatal 4-way, that it doesn't count as a title
it
defense?
doesn't count as a defense?
No, but it would. But it's not the same.
I don't understand your thought process here.
I'm not understanding here. Yeah, but that's my problem. There has not been a tag team title defense at a pay-per-view or a PLE, whatever you will call it.
Yeah.
There
In
hasn't
a
been
while.
in at least almost a year.
Yeah.
Unless I'm not thinking about one, there has not been one almost since WrestleMania.
I hate to think that we're going past SummerSlam, Survivor Series, all these major ones, and I can't honestly think.
Because that's the thing.
It's honestly
the
Mania.
That's the crazy thing now is like the format of like these PLEs as of late in the past couple years has been 5 matches tops, and that's it.
That's not a good look.
Not even that. It's just like because like there's only so many matches to do on a pay-per-view. So it's like what are you really doing? You're doing your 2 big titles, right? So you have your heavyweight, your world championship. You know, maybe you throw one of the women's titles in there, and then you have like 2 filler matches, or even a mid card if you're lucky.
Yeah.
And then that's
They're just-
not counting the gimmick pay-per-views. You know, like Money in the Bank, Royal Rumble.
It's
Maybe
becoming
they should just combine the titles and have them do split brands. They constantly want to have they want to have some wrestlers go to both brands.
But
So why not just have whoever's in tag teams?
They're
Just
doing
have
that with
all
the
tag
women's
They
teams.
literally did that with the New Day, not the New Day, the Bloodline. They had all the gold, and everyone was sick of it.
But not
They
2 titles,
barely-
just
they
one title.
barely-
Just,
I know, but still,
Yeah.
they were treating the 2 tag belts as 1 tag belt.
They were doing
Yeah.
that with the Bloodline, and let's keep in mind the fact that the Usos were barely on Raw when they were tag
Yeah,
champions.
they were mainly
Yeah.
on SmackDown.
well, like the last to be honest, the last year and a half of the Bloodline drain was just awful. So that's
No, but what
that's
I'm
a
saying
tough
is
argument.
it didn't work when you had one team with both titles. You know, if you combine them and make 1 title belt, it doesn't really
It's
work
not
that
even
great.
it's not even like you have to unify the belts. Just I don't know, pretend like you care about
Yeah.
tag
It's
team
also because
wrestling,
there's still not that much
Hopefully this will be
title
the
tag
start.
teams.
this road why do we even have a tag team division? It's becoming less of a problem of like you're not putting any emphasis on the tag team division. Now it's become a question of like, why do you even have a tag team division at this point?
Yeah.
You're more or less holding on to the tag team division out of like a sense of tradition or something like that. And it makes no sense to me because Triple H, I feel, is somebody who should understand.
Tag
Yeah,
team wrestling.
I realize I'm not talking about like Edge or Matt Hardy or
No, but
somebody
Triple
like
H was in enough
people make
stables. He was a
clear
great
all
tag team
tag
wrestler.
team divisions.
Yeah.
Triple H is a person who made some would say his career launched in a faction, in a tag team. Like,
Mm,
so the fact that he cannot get this right is astounding to me.
mm. Well,
I don't know.
hopefully, like now that the
This-
fact that we have a tag team match at a big time pay per view, hopefully that'll be the start of for changing and stuff.
I need this match to be the absolute banger that I am.
It will be.
It is, and on paper, there's no reason why this should be a bad match. As far
No.
as predictions, I'm gonna give it to DIY. To be honest with you,
Same.
I'll go guns.
all the momentum in the world. There's no reason. why
I'm going with Motor City Machine Guns.
Okay, so that's 2 guns, 2 DIY. That seems
because
fair.
I give DIY credit. They know how to get a pop.
Exactly. I mean,
Yeah.
they've been big.
They're not strong talkers. They know how to get a pop.
I mean, Gargano's decent on the mic.
Chomp is good at getting heat.
Yeah. Ciampa's good at heel promos.
Yeah, I've never seen. I saw Ciampa during like the peak Blackheart Psycho Killer days of NXT.
And that's when he was at his best. In my opinion.
yeah.
Same.
The man knows how to be a villain. And Gargano, I think, might actually, personally in my mind, be better as a villain. To be honest with you,
Really?
I think
Wasn't
he's
it too
better as a
long?
heel.
Wasn't it like 5 years ago when you or I were making fun of like, look at this Disney nerd trying to look tough and intimidating?
Yeah,
Yeah.
He doesn't look
You can't tell
intimidating.
me. Can you not tell me that was entertaining?
It was entertaining when we were making fun of him.
It was entertaining seeing him be a heel too. To be honest with you,
I don't remember his original heel run that much.
with the way, man.
Meh.
Eh.
I prefer Gargano as a babyface, honestly.
Yeah, he's really good at being a babyface. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Listen. He's fine on either ones. I personally think he's better as a heel. I think he shows off more character as a heel.
All right.
Either way.
So we got 2 guns, 2 DIY.
Comes to DIY. Please be a good match.
It will. You don't have to worry about that.
Match.
Do we have one other non-Rumble match?
Yep. We have.
We do. We have the WWE Championship ladder match. Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens.
This is going to be a car wreck.
This,
Oh my god.
Yeah.
unironically, now between the two, obviously, aside from the Royal Rumble matches, this is probably going to be the best single. This is probably going to be the best match of the night, aside from the Rumble matches.
I just realized something, and I will wait until it's my turn to say it.
What is it?
Oh
So,
no.
this is a big time championship match at a Big 4 pay-per-view featuring
Get ready, Tom.
featuring Kevin Owens in a kind of sort of street fight scenario.
Oh, KO's gonna jump off something huge.
Oh God!
KO's gonna jump off something huge, and he's gonna do it in front of Cody's wife. You know he will. You know he will, because he's a sick fuck. He's gonna fucking say, "Look, Brandy, I fucking eviscerated your husband," and then crotch chopper and then jump off. Because he's Kevin Owens, and he's a sick fuck.
This is the most evil version of Kevin Owens.
This is demon time, Kevin Owens. He's
This
not-
is
You're
like
nuts.
old Randy
Yeah.
Orton, Kevin Owens.
He's gonna take Cody's weight belt, sign it in his own blood, and give it to Cody's daughter.
Only this time it'll be actually effective, other than when The Rock did it. Because he's going to draw a lot of blood out of him.
I don't know if they're gonna blade. If there's gonna be any blood in this, it's gonna be from accidents.
No, that's the thing. WWE doesn't blade anymore.
Yeah.
They're very much against it, but like they're not going to stop a match for blood. So it's like
Here's the thing.
now, if someone's bleeding, they're bleeding the hard way.
Yeah.
Which might actually be worse. But like,
Yeah.
which it genuinely might be worse, to be honest with you.
I don't know.
I don't know which is worse, to be completely honest.
Uh,
Yeah, if there is going to be blood in this match, it's probably going to be Cody.
it's definitely gonna be Cody.
Yeah.
That is the sole reason he dyed his hair bleach blonde, because he saw what Flair was doing back in the day.
Yeah,
Oh my
Yeah.
God, no!
yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
talk about that.
I don't even think
Remember
that's
that guy?
Fucking Flair used to bleed
Oh my
like a
God.
stuffed pig.
I don't know.
God.
Yeah. No, like there was like this old WCW match from like 91, 92. I want to say it was against Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Flair bladed, and this was back when he had like the long rock star hair.
Hmm.
And he, in his own words, he bled so much that his head was like a paintbrush on the canvas.
Oh yeah.
Jesus
That's how
Christ.
bad it was.
Anyway, all
Alright.
right. So who's winning this match, and why is it Cody Rhodes?
Hey, you stole my line.
Is
All
it
right.
stealing if it's obvious?
Yeah.
All right. Well, all right. Yeah, go ahead. Tell me why it's Cody Rhodes this time.
Because he doesn't, because he's pissed that Kevin tried to kill him in front of his wife. That's why.
Oh man.
Because WWE only feels the need to drop those titles at WrestleManias, and that's it.
Not even that. I just
Alright.
think it's too early.
All right.
And that.
But yeah,
Is it the, like it?
I'd say it's
we're
too early.
getting on almost a year here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely
If
is too early.
For any sense of legitimacy of him beating Roman for that title, he needs to hold it for at least a year.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
All right.
How long did Roman
we're at
hold
a-
it? 2 years?
Like
We're
We're
three
at
and
a
half.
stand.
Yeah.
We're at a standstill with the titles because those titles didn't necessarily get. None of those titles got beaten by an underdog, so it just went to another powerhouse. And so we need to wait for an underdog to win that title, so it can be a short reign, so we can get a nice, quick, short, good
Yeah,
reign.
like a transitional champ.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
anyway, so I feel like we're all in agreement. Cody Rhodes wins that match.
Cody.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, all
Yeah.
Cody.
Great.
100%. Yeah.
Moving on to the Rumble. What's probably going to open the show, because they do it every year, is the Women's Royal Rumble.
Mhm.
So far, in terms of names that have been announced, obviously at the time of the stream and the recording, SmackDown is currently only 30 minutes on the air, so for all we know, more people could be being announced as we speak. But with what we have right now, we have Charlotte Flair, who is making her grand return, Bayley, Nia Jax, Bianca Belair, Naomi, Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, Io Sky, Lyra Valkyria, Ivy Nile, and TBA. So that's
Right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
That is,
8,
I believe,
9,
10
10,
women.
11, 12.
10 women already. 12 women.
So we have 12 total. That leaves 18 spots open for
Right.
surprises and returns and, obviously more declarations of, I'm going to be in the Royal Rumble to
Yeah.
happen tonight.
So
Yeah.
What are we thinking?
So I think I'll get this out. I got two ideas here. I'm gonna be honest with you. No, I don't know how many people are gonna be excited about it, but I'm just gonna kind of point out a pretty obvious fact here. I think Charlotte's winning.
No. I hate you so much for mentioning her name. God,
I mean,
no, no.
guys. Let's call an apple here.
No, we were doing good. He's gone. Brock is gone. Roman is no longer champion. We were doing good. Do not do this right now.
Can you calm down before?
No, I do not
Charlotte
want her
is
as
his Logan Paul, Cap. You know this.
Can you relax? Jesus Christ. Look, man. With how much emphasis they have put on her return here, I think they're gonna go safe with this one. They're gonna give it to Charlotte, and between the two champions, she might pick Rhea. To be honest with you.
Oh no, this gets better and better.
I don't. Now, before you start freaking out on me, she's not beating Rhea.
Uh-huh.
If that's what we're going with here, she's not.
I know, but we've
Rhea
already done
is
that
the
match
most-
like 3 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the reason I was giving you that look of like, oh God, no, please.
I mean, listen, I think at this point it's probably the safe bet to go, unless there's somebody in the win that I am just not, thinking of right now. But, I'm sure you guys will tell me that, but that's one of my options.
Okay. And what's your second?
I do have a second, though, because, we've talked about it that we get 2 choices here. And this one is completely out of left field.
Uh-huh.
I don't know that she's going to win. She's definitely showing up. And if she's showing up, she's having an incredibly strong showing. Jordynne Grace.
Oh,
Ooh.
Yes,
I would be
that's what I was gonna
I would
say.
be more shocked if she's not there.
Yeah, she's done with
Now-
TNA, man.
She's done in TNA.
Yeah.
She's definitely coming to WWE.
Yes.
I think she signed already.
She did.
She did.
I'm pretty sure she already signed and everything.
She has
I
signed a
think she's
contract.
NXT. Is it for NXT or the main roster?
It just said WWE on the contract.
It just said
from what I saw.
WWE.
Okay, so here's my thing. I don't even think she needs to be in NXT.
No, I think she can go straight to the main roster.
It's
Same.
comfortable enough to put her on the main roster now.
I agree.
If she is not winning it, she is at least in the final 4.
I'd be cool with that.
Okay, so here's my thing. I'm gonna go with. I agree with you. So this is one of my picks. I agree. I think Jordynne Grace will be making her grand debut as a WWE superstar, not a TNA superstar, at the Royal Rumble. I, however,
Cap, is yours a debut or is it a win?
Oh, it's a debut.
All right, I just want to make
Yeah.
sure.
His win pick is Charlotte. His surprise is Jordan.
yeah.
Yeah,
Here's my thing. I, however, think that Jordynne Grace is going to win the match,
Woo! Look at you.
and she
Wow.
will go on to challenge the jacked Barbie herself, Tiffany Stratton.
So you're doing both your picks on one person. That's bold. That's
No.
brave.
I'm saying like that she's gonna win, and like that's who like she's made. Like that's my idea for who she should go after.
Yeah.
Like she shouldn't go after
But
Rhea.
you're
I want to
choosing
see
a
her go
debut.
after Tiffy. So that's her thing. I think she's going to win. Like that's my win pick is Jordynne Grace.
All right, nice.
My
See,
surprise.
I would, to be honest with you, I would not be mad at that.
Yeah, my surprise return pick, however, Becky Lynch.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Yours, I swear, if both of yours comes true, I don't know what to believe. I don't know how you did it. If that
Because
happened,
I'm writing the script.
those are two crazy picks, but they're so believable.
They're both.
You just see-
They're so out of left field, but so possible.
You see Triple H
Right.
walk by in Dom's hallway. Hey Dom, you're out of toilet paper.
What's going on, man? You got more protein powder?
You guys are out of milk.
I think your cat's scared of me.
He's sitting right in the room. Why do you think Dom is always in the dark? He's
Yeah,
hiding him.
He's hiding in the back. Don't give it all away.
You hear Motorhead faintly in the distance.
I can't.
Actually, I think you might just randomly hear Motorhead in Dom's house anyway.
I was gonna say there's a good chance that you just hear Motorhead in general.
He does that with whether he's there or not.
Yeah.
Well, then he's doing the good thing.
All right, Scott.
Okay. So, I had definitely had Jordan Grace as the debut.
Mm-hmm.
And thank God you guys mentioned her because I just, as we were doing these predictions, I forgot her name. So, yeah, Jordan Grace debut. And my pick to be the winner. I'm not sure if she's won this already, but I'm picking Io Sky.
I think she's a previous winner.
No.
No,
She isn't.
No,
she's won Money in the Bank. No,
Brief-
Rumble.
Money Bank.
mistake.
I feel like Io Sky.
Io Sky would be a good pick.
If they've seen what the fans have shown us for the past few months, it's that we love her as a wrestler,
Yeah.
and I want to see her have the title without the group behind her,
Like a real run.
because I feel like
Yeah.
we were robbed of a great title run because she was with a faction that was crumbling
Yeah. That's
before
fair.
it could even start off.
because they were excuse me, they were more focused on the downfall of Damage Control than her actual title run. So
Yeah.
I agree with Scott.
Yeah.
I would love to see a real Io Sky run.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. No.
I would also love to see them bring back her actual last name. Just call her Io Shirai again.
yeah.
And Io Sky, I honestly, I would like to see her versus Rhea to make it
That'd
like
be
a
a
David
good
versus
match.
Goliath.
That would be a fun match.
That would be a very fun match. All right, Francis, what's your pick?
Okay, so originally it was gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna do both a return and a surprise, but like, no. So my pick to win the thing is, correct me if I'm wrong. You guys think Jade Cargill will be back in time for the Rumble tomorrow?
Oh, I think.
Oh,
so.
absolutely.
Then yeah,
Yeah.
I'm picking Jade Cargill as my win because we've gone on. How many times on the show have we talked about how much we wish they do more with Jade Cargill outside of her teaming with Bianca?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So Jade Cargill is going to be my pick to win, but but not my surprise. My surprise is Cap. You're going to reach into the camera and try to strangle me, and if this actually happens, it's going to
Oh
lead
my
to a
God,
whole
I-
lot. Yep. You see, and I'm actually glad someone brought up Jordan Grace earlier because it got me thinking. We already had
Yes,
one
yes.
TNA lady show up as a surprise last year. We need to do it again. It's going to be Tessa Blanchard. Tessa Blanchard
What is wrong with
is
you?
going to show up and get and make everyone feel all the feelings. And that's going to be
Francis.
No.
Francis.
Shut up.
She's gonna get booed worse than Hulk Hogan.
Don't fucking look at me.
Oh no!
Dude, it's okay.
Francis,
We can
look at
beat
me.
him up tomorrow.
Look at me. Look at me. Look into
No.
the camera.
I don't want to
Francis.
look at the fucking camera.
Look at the camera.
What?
She's gonna get booed worse than Hulk Hogan.
Would you rather it be Ash by Elegance?
Yes, actually.
Yes, actually.
Okay, I'll change to Ash by Elegance then.
No, you won't.
No, I fucking won't.
All right.
Oh
What
my
else? All right. Now, outside of our prediction game, who else do we think is going to show up for the Women's Rumble? Because here's my thing. I said Becky Lynch because of the fact that they announced Charlotte Flair.
Yeah.
They
And those two have
announced-
issues.
Yeah.
To me, they announced Charlotte Flair to draw attention away. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what might? You know who we haven't seen in a while? Who might actually come back?
Alexa Bliss.
I'm gonna say.
I
Asuka.
really hope he returns.
Asuka.
Well, Asuka's not really a return. She's just
Hey everyone, I'm still alive.
yeah, but she's also like
Oh.
going through some shit. So
Oh,
Yeah.
actually, you know what? Scrap that one. What's her name? She might be ready to come back already. Carmella.
I don't know.
I thought she left the company. I'm not gonna lie.
She
No,
look, she
no,
Yeah,
went
I
on
don't-
she went on hiatus to have a baby
Ah,
And
maternity
then-
leave.
Yeah, she
And-
went to have a baby
because her and Corey
I think
Graves
she
had a kid.
Yeah.
some health problems.
Yeah, because it was she got pregnant, left, had a miscarriage, got pregnant
Oof.
again, had the baby. So, but like I haven't seen anything about her like training or anything, or even like talking WWE.
doesn't mean that she hasn't.
No, it doesn't mean that she hasn't, but like most of the returnees will like post on Instagram like, "Look, I'm in the gym," you know, like she
Yeah.
hasn't.
Getting ready.
True.
But it is a possibility. I wouldn't mind seeing her. They definitely add some more depth to the women's roster.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And she would come back and let's just be honest here, she'd be incredibly over.
Yeah.
With everything she's been through, she'd be wildly over with
Oh,
the
yeah.
crowd.
100%.
We might see Beth Phoenix or some Hall of Famer. I don't know.
Mm,
Nah.
I don't know about
I
that.
Well,
think-
no, we're gonna.
I-
No, we are gonna get one Hall of Famer, and she comes every single year, and that's Mighty Molly.
Oh, yeah.
Mighty Molly.
No,
we
Mighty
could see
Molly Holly
Molly.
will probably wind up showing up because
She
she
always
loves doing
shows
the
up.
Rumble.
Yeah. She's not gonna win, but to be honest with you, it's just nice to see her.
Here's another
Has anyone
surprise.
seen-
Whoa, here's another
Oh.
surprise return that could be possible. Lita.
Oh.
Lita. No, I have one too that's been rumored for a while.
And or Trish.
AJ
Maybe
Lee.
both. Finish
AJ
off
Lee is
that
another
smoke.
one.
Yeah,
AJ
that's the
Lee is going
biggest
to show
rumor.
up, and they're going to have look, everyone. Seth's wife is fighting Punk's wife. Oh, because
I
you
can
know
make Dom
from
laugh right.
I mean,
I can
love
make
the show.
Dom laugh right now. The video of the monkey I showed you.
we're
No,
not correcting it. No,
It's a caption. No. It's a caption that says when you're gonna go to the kitchen get a drink, and AJ Lee's song's just playing, but the video is a monkey walking down the stairs.
And like
the
immediately
music
turning
starts
around
playing.
and running.
He turns around and runs up the stairs again.
No, that's 100% us.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I know what we're talking about. now.
It
yeah,
was really
I've seen
funny.
that one too.
No, it was funny. AJ Lee is very much a possibility, and like the timing works out so well for her to re-debut because it's like, what was it? It was Punk re-debuted. Correct me if I'm wrong. At the Rumble,
last year.
yeah, 10 years since the last time he was in a WWE ring.
Yeah.
If AJ Lee returns at the
It will
Royal
be 10
Rumble,
years.
it will be 10 years from the last time she performed in a
Get
WWE
the
ring.
hell outta here. Really?
Yep.
Wow.
Holy crap.
That is.
I don't
so-
know why, but if she doesn't return, I'm gonna be mad at CM Punk. It's gonna be his fault.
Why?
Because they're married.
God damn it! You gotta put your foot down and be like, "Damn it, babe, they love you. You gotta come." Like,
Who else? Let's see.
Oh my god.
I mean, there's always the possibility of Santina Morella.
we haven't seen Natalia in a while, have we?
She was on
Santina
TV
Morella.
like fucking 3 weeks ago.
And no
Actually, you know
one
what?
remembered.
Actually, you know what? This isn't a return. This is somebody from TNA. It is their current champion, Masha Slamovich.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Masha
Now-
would be cool.
For those of you who don't know, she did have a bit of a time in WOW as
She
well.
did indeed. I
Dom, if
refereed
I'm
one of her
not
matches.
mistaken. So you are quite familiar with
Yeah.
Masha.
Very much so.
So,
Yeah.
and she is an incredible talent. She is an incredible talent, Masha, and I don't know, TNA Knockouts champion in the Royal Rumble. There kind of seems to be a tradition of that.
Yeah,
at
Mickey
this-
James did it.
Oh.
Jordan Grace did it.
Does
You know,
anyone
why
know if
Keep it going
Ember-
with Masha
Sorry.
at this point.
I agree.
Dom, can you or Cap look up if Ember Moon is still with TNA?
I believe-
Not TNA.
AEW.
AW, yeah.
Yeah, AEW Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
Ah,
She's in Ring
never
of
mind
Honor.
then.
She's still Athena.
Never mind then.
No,
too bad,
I would love
Francis.
to
I
have
know
her
how
back.
much your heart aches.
Yeah.
His heart's all over the place in the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
My
She was
heart's
awesome.
on
I wish
fire.
she got that title.
Yeah. All right, so are we gonna move on to the men's one, boys?
Yeah.
We are.
All right. So in terms of the men's Royal Rumble, same, situation.
concept.
Not
Yeah.
everybody has been announced. Obviously, there's a lot of open spaces. As of right now, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I believe there's
So there's
like
only
15?
there's 18 announced.
18.
So
announced.
we have John Cena, CM Punk, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, Drew McIntyre, Sami Zayn, Jey Uso, Rey Mysterio, LA Knight, Logan Paul, Shinsuke Nakamura, Penta, Chad Gable, Braun Breaker, and Carmelo Hayes.
Oh my god. Okay, that's a lot
Those
of guys.
those have who's been announced so far.
All right. So
you want-
let's
Before we start this, sorry, but I think this is the perfect. You mentioned Logan Paul, and this is the perfect time to make Cap rage, because I saw something on Facebook that is honestly just hell as a thought, and I saw it as an idea, and they were thinking of a Logan and Jake reality show.
Oh God.
on Facebook.
No, he saw the.
They're saying
the
they're thinking
article on
thinking
Facebook.
of an idea. They're thinking of an idea to make a reality show of Logan and Jake Paul.
God,
Oh my god. Ugh.
Cap, you have the perfect backfire for him. Just bring up Charlotte. Just look up something about Charlotte and say it to him.
God
Yeah.
damn it! No,
My comeback is if Charlotte wins the Royal Rumble at that
Yeah.
point.
I really hope. Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
All right, Cap. Who do you got?
What do I got? All right. So before I get into my picks, let's point out the obvious here. I'm not going to count this, but I feel like we're all going to say it at this point.
Yeah.
We have to say his name though,
Fuck.
because he's definitely going to be in the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Did we cancel him out since this might be like an
So,
obvious?
3, 2, 1.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry.
Yeah,
He's gonna get the
that's-
biggest pop of the night.
That's
dude.
that's nobody's pick because that is
No,
just
no, no.
blatantly
Nobody's pick.
obvious. And
It's not anybody's
Yeah.
pick.
if
An
he's
objective.
and if he is not there, if he doesn't show
I
up at
will-
the Royal
I will be
Rumble,
very-
I will destroy Francis's apartment.
Thanks.
And post it on TikTok.
And then beat me for good measure.
Nah, we were gonna do that anyway.
I was gonna say that's coming regardless, but whatever.
But yeah, no. Let's just get that out of the way. He's
Yeah. None of us can use Joe Hendry because it's
90%
fucking obvious he's going to be there.
He's gonna be at the Royal Rumble. Is he gonna win? I don't know. No,
No.
No.
probably. No, he's definitely not.
Can you imagine?
That would be insane.
Joe Hendry versus Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania.
He becomes a double champion.
He
on
becomes
2
just
brands.
the most over man in history.
We've been waiting for his return.
You know what? That's
Dude,
how Cody.
Not return, but to come to the WWE.
Yeah.
Oh my god! All right. As far as this one, I'm gonna be honest with you. There's a possibility of like 8 potential winners of this
Yeah.
match.
Yeah.
There's like 8 or 10 guys who have a legitimate reason to win this match.
Well, minus one, because I know you have Jay in there, and I'll argue to hell on earth. The hell no.
Okay, well, I'm not gonna say it, but he's definitely one of like the potential 8 that have a legitimate reason to win this. But
No.
Anyway, who's your pick? Cap?
Okay. So anyway, yeah, I'm gonna go classic here. My two choices are John Cena or CM Punk. I
All right.
think John Cena, to be honest with you, I think is more of the nostalgia pick at this point.
It is the
I
retirement
think
tour.
it would be. I don't even think it would just be a nice gesture for him to win the Royal Rumble. No, he has legitimate reason to win the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
And I think you could make a legitimate storyline between him and Cody Rhodes, to be honest with you. A true passing of the torch moment, if
Yeah.
we think about it.
But You also have to think about it this way: who if Cena does win the Royal Rumble, and they are trying to give him Flair, let him beat Flair's record, that means he has to go to Mania and win.
Exactly. So that's why
So you're saying you're going to have him beat Cody Rhodes?
I'm not 100% sure that he would.
I would rather have him beat Gunther.
But
Yeah, it would add more legitimacy to the World Heavyweight belt.
That too.
This is the belt that Cena picked up number 17 with.
And it doesn't hurt Gunther's incredible legacy that he has already.
Cena. Like you can't,
John Cena.
you can't look bad losing to Cena.
You can't.
And if anything,
Unless you
Gunther
fuck
could
up,
always
but
win
that's
the
different.
title back from
Exactly.
him, too.
Yeah.
They
I'm sure
literally-
Francis would look bad if
they
he
could-
lost to Cena.
They can literally have him win it back at fucking Backlash.
Yeah.
All right. Also, let's be perfectly honest here. It's not just Francis. We would all get our asses whooped by John Cena.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but only one of us would look good doing it. 'Cause I know how to
Not
take,
you.
Because I know how to take a bump,
Yeah.
motherfucker.
Oh,
I
my
know
God.
how to do it
I would
too.
oversell
One
the.
wrestler knows how to wrestle. Jesus Christ.
I would
Incredible.
oversell the hell out of a 5-knuckle shuffle.
Thank you, Dom, for pointing out the obvious that you're the only one of us who's actually a wrestler.
Yeah.
I know how to bump.
Barely.
It's not that hard.
You showed up for fucking 2
It
weeks
was a
and quit.
first
Shut
shot
up.
No, it was a first shot opportunity, and plus I was getting paid like shit, so that's why I didn't continue.
Oh my God. But anyway, CM Punk is my other choice.
Okay.
And to be honest with you, it's just because last year was all about Cody finishing his story. I want to see CM Punk finish his story, man. Man deserves a slot at WrestleMania. He's one of the most over acts in professional wrestling right now. I think I think that there's plenty that can be done with. As far as which one he would go for, I think he might also go after Gunther as well, to be honest with you.
I mean,
He
they're
could
on the
go
same
after
brand.
Cody.
I think, honestly speaking, he could go after both of them.
Yeah, but here's the thing: Punk is on Raw,
Yeah.
so why not have him go after Gunther?
I
Because then
that's why
then you
I think
can-
he could go after either or.
No, yeah, I agree. But I'm saying the more likely scenario would be have him go after Gunther. So then now he can extend this feud with Seth Rollins.
Actually, you know what? Even better story, even better like side story you can do here. And we've said it ourselves on the show. Gunther is one of the most perfect professional wrestlers I've ever seen in my life.
Yep. Spent more than
CM Punk-
80% of his time on the main roster as a champion.
Yeah.
Mhm.
CM Punk is the best in the world.
Mhm.
So you can do kind of a story with that, I feel.
No, absolutely. That would be a great.
Best in the the guy who's been saying for a decade he is the best in the world versus a guy who might arguably actually be the best in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
either way, the matchup if Punk wins,
Hmm.
no matter who he challenges, that match is gonna be 5 stars.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Like,
And you know what? Now
Gonna
that
be a
I think
fucking
about
clinic.
it, is that little extra like F you to Seth.
Mm-hmm.
Not only that, now you have his belt as well.
yeah. So that's my thing. So I'm gonna go with my picks. I am gonna.
Did you not say a return?
No, he did 2 picks. He did 2
okay.
win picks.
Okay.
I am gonna say. I'm also gonna say Punk as the winner because it makes sense story wise. Have him win the Rumble, go on. He gets to main event WrestleMania, right?
Yeah. Right.
Because we all know, like, yes, okay, winning the Elimination Chamber gets you a title shot, but it doesn't make you the main event. Winning the Rumble makes you the main event.
Right.
So, I say Punk wins the Rumble. He gets them to main event WrestleMania. And to sidetrack for a second, to go on what we were talking about earlier, I say Cena goes on to jump in the Elimination Chamber, wins that, and challenges whoever Punk doesn't challenge.
Right.
Because this is his last everything, right?
Yeah.
So it's his last Mania, his last Elimination Chamber, last Money in the Bank. Why not have him compete in all of those matches? Because it's the last time we're going to get to see it. So what better opportunity to have him win? I don't see Cena doing a Money in the Bank match, by the way. That
Wait a minute. Hold on. I got to interject here because then I have to ask you. So we've kind of already pointed out that if Punk wins, he's probably going to face Gunther for the title.
Yeah.
I said originally that I would like to see John Cena fight Cody at WrestleMania. So with what you're saying, though, is legitimately the same exact thing.
Basically.
The same exact result would happen.
Yeah.
Of Punk versus Gunther and John versus Cody.
Yeah.
Neat.
I'm just pointing out the thing here. 'Cause-
No, yeah. No, I'm
And
agreeing
give
with you.
the fans
Because
give the fans what they wanted in 2013 was a good title run with Cena and Punk as champions.
This is what we call fantasy booking. But yeah, so I say Punk wins the Rumble. In terms of, I'm gonna go same as I did in the Women's Rumble. I'm gonna do a win and a surprise entry. Surprise entry, Big E.
Yo.
Ooh.
Okay.
Because I'm still convinced that he's actually cleared this whole time.
I'm going to be honest with you.
I hope so.
This heel turn does not make sense unless he is.
Unless exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like, why bother
There's nothing
turning the New Day heel against, like, with starting with Big E, if he's not cleared to come back?
Yeah, there would have been no reason to do what they did if he wasn't.
I mean, like, yeah, you want to turn them heel, but like, you didn't need to do E like that. Then, I mean, I get it. It's like the easiest route to get New Day heel, but still, why involve Big E if he's not clear?
I
agree. I agree. I probably had that in the back of my head and I just didn't say it, but yeah, I completely agree. Scott Bash, your takes.
All right.
Your pick.
Well, I was kind of hoping not everybody had the same winner, but I guess the same one. I think CM Punk.
Oh.
I don't see why he wouldn't have came back to WWE if it wasn't give me a main event spot. And Punk definitely deserves it. Him and Cena were practically like the only two that held the worst part of wrestling by a string, and never got the appreciation for it because Vince McMahon had feelings for other wrestlers.
Right.
And he needs that farewell for what he wanted. And for my surprise entry, because I'm gonna do the same as the women's, The Rock.
Ooh.
And The Rock is gonna get out Roman to set up a feud at WrestleMania.
That's actually
so they could do their match
so
we can
for the
going.
Tribal Chief.
Oh, okay. I see.
Because even though The Rock gave it to him and congratulated him,
doesn't mean he don't want it.
Liked it.
That doesn't mean he
Rock
doesn't.
The Rock never approved of this. He never said. The Rock can easily say, "Listen, I was the Tribal Chief. No one
Here's the thing.
It wasn't their right to give."
Here's the thing. The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, is a legitimate High Chief of Samoa. Like, actually, like, that's not a fucking lie. He is legitimately
He owns land there, dude.
Of Samoa.
He owns land there, dude.
Now, hold on a second.
Like, that is legit. Like, I shit you not.
And let's also just point out the fact that, like, Roman is one of the biggest stars of today. And, if, 20 years down the line when we're still doing this podcast, we'll probably start mentioning him as one of the greatest of all time.
Yeah. I just looked it up. Dwayne Johnson, a.k.a. The Rock, is a real high chief in Samoa. He was given the title of Seuli, which is one of the highest titles in Samoa.
All right, well, there you go.
There it
But
is.
yeah, like I said, we're probably going to have to start talking about Roman as one of the greatest of all time.
100%.
Yeah.
No,
There would not
No.
be, hold on, before you start, there would not be a WWE today possibly without characters like The Rock and
Mhm.
his contribution to professional wrestling.
And you can say the same thing about Roman Reigns. Like, the Shield was fucking
Yeah.
awesome.
We've been saying back and forth.
no, don't try glorifying this man. His best title reign was less title defenses than probably a Dolph Ziggler title reign.
He carried the company through a dark time.
Who, Roman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm one of those people.
No, that
that
was
Carried the
Seth.
company through
wanted him
COVID.
to listen, Scott. Look at me.
That
I'm
was
one of the
Drew.
people that wanted him
Post-COVID.
to drop the title after in 2023. I wanted him to lose it to Cody in 23. I definitely wanted him to lose it last year. I'm not denying that part. But you kind of have to give the guy credit for what he did during the pandemic era.
That was Drew.
Have to
Drew
give
was the
him
main
credit
reason for
through
the
the
pandemic
Shield.
era.
What?
Even we're talking
Drew was
even
the reason for the
immediately
pandemic era.
after when it was
Jesus Christ.
Either
man.
way.
What is your deal with this family? My God.
No, it's just he's getting this GOAT status when he doesn't deserve the GOAT status because his stats don't look like it. His greatest his greatest reign as champion was him showing up once every 2 months and defending it twice a year. Like, this isn't.
I'm not saying I liked that. I'm not saying that
but his character work.
his character work was
Oh,
there,
yeah.
man.
Well,
Like,
yeah,
the
100%.
character-
He
but that's what I'm saying. Like, the
his
character.
his tribal chief character was perfect for him.
But that's what
I'll
we're
agree
saying.
with that.
That's what we're saying. That's
Yeah,
what makes him one of the goats. You know,
Mm.
because that whole storyline worked out so well. Like, yes, it was long and it was drawn out. I'll agree there. But like,
Listen, if I
the
had to
character
swallow
itself.
the pill of Tom Brady being the greatest quarterback of all time, you're gonna have to swallow the pill of eventually the Roman Reigns being one of the greatest in professional wrestling.
Not
No.
the greatest.
Oh,
yeah,
but
not
Tom
the
Brady
greatest,
did,
one
damn it.
of.
Not the greatest. I mean, no, definitely not my top three. Definitely not. I'm probably not even my top five. I probably wouldn't even put him top five. Greatest.
Wait, hold on. Are we talking about Roman or are we talking about Tom Brady? But like,
Roman.
because
No,
I know
yeah,
that's
Tom
Tom
Brady's the
Brady-
GOAT.
Tom
I'm
Brady.
not stupid
Tom
enough
Brady-
to argue that.
Yeah, Tom Brady's in my
Talking
top
about
5
that about Tom Brady.
greatest
That's a
wrestlers of all time.
lie, and I know absolutely
I can't.
nothing about
You guys
it.
remember
He's
the
a
time
wrestler.
Tom Brady won the World Heavyweight Championship?
He's retired. Cap, I understand that the glory days was when Brady was in the Super Bowl for you guys, but he's long retired.
He's been retired for 2
And-
years.
Bro,
dude.
what are you talking about?
Cap's a Giants
I was gonna
fan.
say, he's not a
just so you
Pats
know.
fan.
Yeah, but that was the only time they had glory was when Tom Brady was in the Super Bowl because
Oh yeah, because
they had.
Eli
They
Manning got
beat him
lucky.
twice.
And beat
Hey,
the,
you know
beat the
what,
Patriots.
Scott? You know what, Scott?
But
yeah,
yeah,
the Giants suck right now. But listen,
Right now, when did they ever not suck?
When Eli Manning got lucky.
Brady's ass in the Super
I'll-
Bowl. That's when.
I'll stretch this out, and I'll even say I can name 10 wrestlers that are better than Roman all time.
Okay,
Okay, well that's a list for
This
another
was
day.
about the Rumble once
Yeah.
upon a
that's a
time.
list for another.
That's
day.
a list for
We're
another
gonna
day
talk
when we
about
have no
your
content and we need
hatred
something
of
to
the
talk about.
NY family a different
Yeah.
day, man.
Um,
Um,
who's your surprise entry?
the surprise entrance.
Oh, you
Rock.
said The Rock, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
The Rock.
So your pick was Punk.
I would
Your
love that.
return is The
Winning
Rock.
The Rock is his surprise.
Francis.
Francis.
My pick to win, I'll be the guy who goes different. I'll say Cena. They can build up a Cena Gunther feud. And like I said earlier, when we were talking about Cena going after the world title instead, it can add more legitimacy to that belt. This is the one that Cena used to pick up number 17 and break Flair's record. Simple, straight to the point. My surprise entrance is going to be another TNA alum, kind of, the Hardys. Matt, Jeff, either one. I only say that because on their socials they brought up they said they wanted to go on WWE again, be on WWE TV. They've been retweeting a bunch of old WWE footage of their matches, so there's a good
Which
chance.
one?
Matches of their career were.
Yeah.
Francis, which one?
He said
Either
either
one.
Matt or Jeff.
Either one of the Hardys.
If I had
Nah,
to
you gotta pick
No,
one.
because if one is there, both of them are there.
Yeah, but if I
All right, so if they both don't show up, he doesn't get the points.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
if I have to pick one, I will pick Jeff because Jeff's the more popular one.
Fair. No, you know what? How about this?
He could have been John Cena.
How about this? If only
one
one
for-
shows up, he gets half a point.
Imagine. Oh, I would love it if he lost by half a point. I'll agree with that one.
All right, folks. So those are our picks for the 2025 Royal Rumble. I was so worried I was going to screw that up and say 25.
Space is warped
our
and
picks.
time is bendable.
If there are any more matches that have been added on from tonight's episode of SmackDown, then
We'll
we
talk
will
about
let
it
you
on
know
TikTok.
through TikToks.
Yeah, keep an eye on our
Which you
socials
guys
this
should be
weekend.
following us, by the way. You should follow us on TikTok. You should follow us on Instagram as well. And while you're at it, and if you're still watching me as I'm doing this incredibly unthought out outro, it probably means you like our content, which means you should follow us here on Twitch. You should also subscribe to our YouTube channel where we are doing weekly episodes talking about everything going on in professional wrestling. The VODs usually go up on YouTube the day after our streams.
Nice
So
plug.
be sure to follow us on both. And yeah, like I said, follow our socials. We're having a good time this year. We're having a great time, man. And we got some great stuff coming up this year. That's it. So for all of us here at The Push, my name is Cap.
I'm Tom.
Got Dash.
And I'm Francis.
Rumble season. Or we die. Oh my god.